Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There's a slight change in the topic because when I requested that I'd be allowed to speak here, I was speaking on something else, but I'll try and dovetail all of it into something which is beneficial to all of us. So before I start, how many of you are real estate brokers, realtors, real estate professional consultants? Oh, wow. This is almost about 70%. I can see a lot of people waving hands and waving back to you as well. So I was distressed when I was coming here, sitting with somebody in the car, and he says, you know, there are going to be a lot of suicides. I said, what happens? Farmers committing suicide? And he says, no, not farmers. It's going to be real estate brokers. And I said, nothing like that is going to happen. And you guys have proven me right because we've got so many people here. So please applaud yourselves because we are survivors. Before I get into the actual topic, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. Some of you know me from before. So I'm a Delhiite. I studied at St. Columbus School. I went to Sri Ram College of Commerce, became a chartered accountant, worked with my father. He still practices. He's 79, about to be 80. And then I went and set up a BPO. My family's been into restauranting for the last 75 years. And I also went and dabbled with banking. So I went and became like the gentleman from PNB. I went to American Express Bank and worked with them. Why all this? This because I finally decided to get into real estate. And when I went into real estate, my dad said, he almost had a heart attack, by the way. He said, are you crazy? Real estate broker? What a lousy profession. And you know what? We proved him wrong because he came to a very such event, probably the first event that Franchise India did for estate awards. And he was amazed by the kind of people that was standing there gracing the occasion. And of course, we got an award at that point. So what am I actually trying to tell you? I'm trying to tell you you're in a very dignified profession. Time is going to be better. And all of you proud members of the profession are going to do really well and probably are still doing really well. Well, at that point of time, when I joined this industry, I said, we've got to do something to give back to the industry also because whatever I've done, I've always wanted to give back, join an association, do something different. At that time, I went and did a course at an organization called NAR. A lot of you have been to NAR courses and been certified by them. After that, I went and became a member of another association called ACRI, and then finally joined the Association of Property Professionals. I was told to give the full name, Association of Property Professionals, Atul, APP, and I'm currently the chairman of APP, and also the president-elect 2015-2016 of NAR India. NAR India is National Association Realtors of India. We are, and I'm going to talk a little bit about NAR India. NAR India talks about collaboration to succeed. So we all sitting here, whether we are developers or we are real estate agents, we all need to collaborate to succeed, to ensure that the consumer is happy, to ensure that the government gives us what we want, and we need to lobby. So whether you're a CREDAI or a NARIDCO or a NAR India or any of its co-associations like ACRI or Association of Property Professionals, we all need to collaborate. NAR India was established 7 years ago with about 2,000 broker companies based out of 25 cities. And we are having a total of 20,000 real estate brokers. Now, that's a lot of brokers for all my friends from CREDAI and developers and builders. Imagine 20,000 of us can work with you. I see a lot of retail mall directors here as well, and I see a lot of people doing residential and commercial. So you've got an army of 20,000 of us that can work with you, provided you want to work with us in the same manner as we would want to work with you. NAR is associated globally with, NAR India is associated globally with the National Association of Realtors, which is the world's largest trade body. It's got about 1.2 million members spanning across the globe. And besides that, that's where we get our name from. But besides that, we are also members of the the International Real Estate Property Fund, IRPF, ICRIA, FIAPSI, FINAM, and so many others that I can't even pronounce, long acronyms. Critically, and we are, of course, we are a not-for-profit organization, as most of you know. So the idea is to actually work on behalf of members and consumers to make sure that we get real estate a prominence as an industry. We provide skill, education, and best practices to our members. We are the voice of the Indian realtor. We all have subscribed to follow a code of ethics, and all of us try our best to do that. Just like Credai, I'm sure, has a code of ethics which you follow with a lot of pride, so do we. We establish bilateral and mutual relationships. We believe that consumers will recognize us because we give back to the society. We do a lot of work for charity, whether it's as small as or as large as blood donation or building homes for the homeless. We've been there, done all of that. We provide a platform for networking opportunities. We educate people through our real estate programs. We've got various programs like valuation programs, property management programs, facility management programs, leadership training programs. We use technology in real estate. We've got programs for that. We've got programs like how to become a successful realtor. We did that very recently. We've got some great international programs like the TRC, which is Transactional Referral Certification, ABR, which is Accredited Buyers Representation, and CIPS, which is Certified International Property Specialist. So we help you sell your properties in India as well as overseas and sell international properties in India. Well, so coming to the actual topic that I was called for, and I'd probably take a few minutes only because I know we're running late and we've got another panel after me. I was told to speak on innovations and trends shaping our cities and what it means to the real estate industry. I'm going to give you the perspective of a real estate broker or a realtor. Firstly, it's really disappointing that RERA, or whatever form it's called now, is still not going to be tabled in the parliament, I'm told. But having said that, 100 smart cities, great opportunity, green cities. So what are the trends? Green cities, smart cities, pretty cities, because you've got more architectural talent available now. Congestion-free cities. Hopefully we'll have a congestion-free Delhi someday. And it may not just happen with odd and even, but it's a good try nevertheless. High-rise cities. Healthcare availability, education availability in cities. Work or bike to work. And most importantly, stress-free cities, happy cities. I don't think we have a happy city. We don't have a happy Delhi NCR for sure. How do you get this? You get this by skilling people. And I think one of the key things that both developers and real estate agents and actually even consumers need to do is skill themselves, educate themselves, and become professionals. It's nice to say I'm a professional, but are you really a professional? You've got to answer that question yourself. Emphasize on specialization. You can't be a jack of everything. You've got to decide what you want to do. You want to work in retail. You want to work firstly with buyers or with sellers. That itself is a speciality. You want to get into retail. You want to get into affordable homes. You want to get into regular residential. You want to do consolidation. You've got to decide what you want to do, commercial or whatever you want to do. So a real estate agent or a developer definitely needs to move towards innovative marketing. I think that's a key issue that we all have. We're not as well established. We don't use digital media or social media as proficiently as we should. We don't do concept selling, and we go back and just try and sell and kill our margins by reducing prices. So reducing our fee. And who reduces the fee? Actually, the money, whether you get 2%, 1%, or 10%, whatever the developer gives you, you're very excited when you take it. But if everybody knows what you get and you're ready to give whatever it takes to get that business, and you don't want to provide any service, and you only want to give a discount, what happens is it's a race to the bottom. All of us get almost nothing. We work on 0.5 and 1% very excitedly. The developer loses all that money, the money that he was going to give to you because you were going to be a happy client because you're his first point of touch, first touch point. So when you're not able to get money, you're not a happy customer to him. And if you're not a happy customer, you're not going to deliver him another happy customer. So he doesn't make money. He gives it off to you. You don't get it. You give it to somebody else. Developers definitely need to think long term. Smart cities won't be built overnight. If Mr. Modi builds it during his first election term itself, it'll be surprising. So you have to invest into your business. I've come into real estate, brought in an international company franchise into India only because I want to think long term. I've got a 40-year contract with them. It's not going to happen overnight. People tell me, are you making a lot of money? I say, no, I'm not making a lot of money. I'm investing a lot of money, and I will continue to do so till I am well invested in this business. And each one of you needs to do that. Invest in yourself. You have to understand that the consumer is king. He was even earlier. You just didn't realize. Because investors were ruling the business, you all realized, you thought the consumer was not the king. Consumer was the king then. Consumer is the king now. You didn't realize at that point of time because you disregarded him. Today he is king, but he knows whether you were nice to him earlier or not. And if you were faithful and loyal and gave him customer satisfaction, he'll always come back to you. Customers are for life. Most customers respect the developers and brokers that they work with by giving them business the next time around. And I think that's your key business. If you want to know what kind of assets you've created, what your balance sheet looks like, look at the customers that come to you the next time. So in conclusion, I would say that an optimist will say the year 2016 is going to be a great year, and we're going to turn around in 2016. A pessimist would say 2020. I would say 2017, because I would believe that most of the cities or most of the trends that we're looking at, which the government is trying to bring in and which some of us professionals are trying to incorporate, and our National Association Realtors of India is trying to do, and CREDAI, I'm sure, is trying to do, NARITCO is doing, those green shoots have started showing, and they will probably by 2017 bear fruit. So in the end, I say that 2016 is the year of survival. So hold on your horses. Look out for consolidation. 2017 will move from survival to revival. And all those who are here back in this room in 2018 are the ones who would have made a lot of money and be laughing and running back to the bank. Thank you very much for your time.